everyone, we're back. There has been it's been technically a month since people have seen anything because of COVID. We played a game but didn't stream it, but that's fine because I just wanted to play with my friends. I did record it, and it'll be uploaded as soon as I can get the time to do it. But regardless, we're going to play continuing from that point, and I will give everybody a recap of what happened during that first session, just like I normally do. So, is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody excited?
Everyone's excitement, right?
Kinda.
Uh-huh.
A little bit of
Everything's going
fear.
fine, guys.
Okay,
Oh yeah, actually, no, I'm more scared.
that's fair.
Remembering what's happened.
Okay, well then, let me do the thing. When last we saw our heroes, they had just arrived on the plane of Innistrad, after having had an unusual interaction with a Tresium that Kim summoned in her sleep. No, that Evelyn summoned in her sleep.
There we go.
It was very, very strange, and this Tresium seemed quite adamant that the party should go to Innistrad to investigate how it is that Evelyn had gained a series of unusual tattoos on the back of her head and now along her arms. Because Courtnari was the one most keen to go there, however, he kind of had to pull bits and pieces of memory from Evelyn, and as opposed to arriving in the city, the four of them instead landed in the like outside the city, maybe half a mile away, in the middle of a rainstorm in the dead of winter. So immediately everybody was very, very cold. After kind of panicking and hurrying as best they could towards the city, and an older gentleman with a horse and cart began to make his way up the road as well. And he seemed curious about who you were, but also very hesitant and reserved, because people don't get to be old on Innistrad without being very careful first. After he deemed you a bit too sus to help, he passed on by with his loaded heavy crossbow in his lap. Unfortunately, he saw Ravane, the, to him, wholly alien Gooseaven, and did a bit of a panic and tried to run away. The party had a minor scuffle with him, but he was able to escape, leaving behind one of the bodies he was transporting to allow a few of the party members to get some warmer clothes on. After successfully approaching the gates and putting on some waterworks, in Evelyn's case, to try and persuade the guards to let them inside the city, the party went to a tavern called the Flight and Flagon, and began to settle down for the evening. Unfortunately, there was a pair of Cathars in the tavern who began to do a bit of investigation, and just as they were approaching two young ladies and mentioned that they were looking for individuals around their age connected to a case a few months ago of a murder in the Levia mansion, Ravane saw fit to try and aggressively swallow 3 good berries at the same time. And since his very long gooseneck was all curled up under a cloak and hood to avoid being suspicious, his first instinct upon choking on those good berries was to extend his neck to try and clear his airway and swallow as quickly as possible, which made the amorphous, roughly humanoid hood shape go from a lump to a very long, slender shape very quickly, which caused people to be understandably panicked, considering how much tentacle-adjacent horror occurred to this plane not 1 year prior. When one of the Cathars produced a greatsword and approached the party threateningly, the other got up behind Ravane, cut away his cloak, and revealed fabulous Aven wings that unfurled the second the cloak fell. And Evelyn, who was sensing a bit of a kerfuffle, used her newfound confidence in gained by her minor illusion, no, by her disguised self illusion, to look a bit older, to perhaps not look like a suspect. She announced, "You're supposed to protect us. Please don't hurt us. We're just travelers. What do you want?" And I asked her to roll persuasion, which she did roll rather high on that one. So I ended the session there because it seemed like a very good place to stop. And now we are going to pick back up and see what happens next.
Buckle up.
Mm-hmm. So
Ready?
So in this tense moment of like, will they, won't they, what's about to happen, the two Cathars do their best to like lock eyes and exchange like micro expressions while also keeping an eye on the room around them. After hearing what you announced, Evelyn, the one that is closest to Ravane, you hear the sound of a pouch being opened and the jingle of shackles being pulled out. And she behind Ravane says, "Hands behind your back, please. Sir, I'm afraid the four of you are coming with us."
Someone put a goose on my head.
I'm
oh,
like,
hang on.
don't lie. Kind of like, don't lie to them.
Winter trait, life is full of danger. You're ready for them. I need to figure out what personality I'm in right now.
Okay.
I'm like, how will I
Winter.
respond?
Winter,
Yeah, winter.
somber.
So life is full of danger, but I'm ready for them, and my needs come first. Okay.
Where are you
so
in relation to me?
What do I get as far as vibes off this person who's just told me to put my hands behind my back?
She
like,
roll me an insight check.
Sure.
Because like,
and I position myself in between us, Evelyn, so that you were kind of hidden. So I'm kind of fronting her, so you're behind me.
And I kind of have my hand like on
I'm
you.
not sure if it came through, but I got a 26.
26, good heavens. Okay.
Papers.
You sense very genuine concern from her, where she has been in some strange situations in the past, but just based on her age and experience, you get the impression. But this is entirely new to her, and currently,
Okay.
you feel like her initial instinct is to contain whatever the hell is happening, and then figure out what that is once the situation is under control. And to her, that means arresting you.
Oh, listen to us. We're not here to cause any trouble. We're
Sorry.
sure I'm a little goosey, but a lot of people are a little goosey. You know?
So Rory,
Look at that guy over in the corner. He looks like a thumb. You gonna put shackles on him too? And I motion towards the really ugly guy in the corner.
Do you remember the gun that I have from the Thopter? How many blue vial spikes did I have?
De-escalate.
Bruh.
I don't like the way it was
The
built.
sleeping serum.
Yes, the sleeping serum. The way it was built was kind of like a. I don't think you know how many are inside, but like it's like you just pulled the entire firing mechanism off the front, and you think you can make it fire again, but because the number of darts is all entirely self-contained, you never got far enough into the mechanism to know how many shots this thing had.
Maybe it's not a good time to test this out then. But it's really good. Like, just sleep out. Go to sleep. Oh.
Okay,
That was my thought process.
so if
Where are we gonna go?
So if no one
Let
is
her
resisting, Ravane, this Cathar is reaching up for your right arm and is presenting a shackle to it. Are you resisting her?
I step in
I'm
as
gonna
she
raise my hand
goes
up, and
in.
as I do, I'm
I
gonna.
pull on your I like grab your arm down and I like pull you back. I'm like,
I'm just gonna touch onto my holy symbol as I go up, and I'm gonna use my channel divinity for orders demand.
Yeah.
And they have to succeed on a wisdom saving.
Okay. I have
Mm.
stats for both of them. Hang on a second.
I know what I want to do now.
I live in constant fear.
I
Let's
kind
see
of
what
want to
happens.
cast Charm Person.
No, they
Just-
can tell. If it fails, they can
Oh.
tell. I'm a
So-
wanted criminal.
Yeah,
outta here.
you're right.
Okay.
But don't get me out of here illegally.
Wisdom save.
Help.
Wisdom save. Okay. So are you? So how many people can you affect with this ability you're using?
Well, because it's not a spell, so it doesn't have any somatic or visible components.
It's not a spell.
No, I'm using my order of demand ability.
Okay. So
Um,
who are you demanding?
Each creature of my choice that can see or hear me within 30 feet.
Okay. So yeah.
So to that end, specifically, just this lady who's gone for. Does she have any others with her?
Yes.
Yeah, the one
This one
behind
here.
us.
This.
Okay.
The
This,
20 feet away.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So both of them then.
Okay. Well, you radiate this divine force, and the gentleman with the great sword over here saves. The woman with the shackles does not. So what happens?
Well, she now thinks I'm just a really cool goose.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm just generally great. And you know what? Maybe she hasn't met a goose before, but she'd really like to. And also, she's going to drop the shackles.
Okay.
Because that can cause her to drop any item they're carrying. So, like, oh, yep. See, you don't want to take us in. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, everything's fine. And
So-
I'm just gonna give a thumbs up over to the great sword chap behind there.
So, as you kind of radiate this energy, she is like very close to just snapping this shackle on you, and then she just goes and drops it, kind of in this moment of confusion, and it makes a loud clattering sound as it hits the wooden floor. She just kind of goes,
Yeah, and I have my hands up now at this point.
She goes, "Oh, I don't think shackles will be necessary. If you're."
Can I?
Mhm.
Do you want
Oh,
to put
as she's saying that, can I bend down and grab the shackles and go? You've dropped these
Yeah, sure.
as a
Would you like this
token of
papaya?
just like.
It's
Hang
from
on,
a different universe, I think.
Unfortunately, you don't have any of the food you acquired on Alara because
Oh yeah, the
food
food doesn't come with.
doesn't come with
Yeah,
Okay.
food
Oh,
doesn't
would
come
you like
with.
some of these
Pull
rocks?
some mush out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Some brown mush.
So you hand her back the shackles, and she just says, "Well, I am quite sorry that we were so quick to anger. I will have to ask the four of you to accompany us down to a local guard outpost, just because we need to ask you some questions. If that's
Yeah,
okay.
we're all buddies here. Oh wait,
Yeah,
we're
that's
all
fine.
buddies. No one's got a gun.
I heard you were looking for someone. Who are you looking for? Do you have a picture or anything like that?
Unfortunately, we don't. We just have a written description of a young lady, mid to late teens, dark hair.
I look around the bar and go, that describes everyone that's young.
And
Do you have anything more to go off? So, because we're happy to try and help you find this person.
We have her name on record as being one Evelyn Ashdown.
Okay, I've never heard of her.
Amazing. That must be a really common name.
I kind of
Is it?
start shaking a little bit.
Is that a common name in this area?
Probably not. It's
Ashdown's probably not.
no, it's not.
Ashdown.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Did-
as
so much to learn about your culture. You're so interesting.
So as you as you are engaging with
It's the god.
with a far friendly conversation with this Cathar than anybody was anticipating, the other one looks very confused because he thought that he and his buddy were on the same page, and apparently she's going a different direction. So,
Anyway, do you want one of my muffins? I've got plenty. I mean, they're not very nutritious since they're just rocks now, but, you know, the rest of the muffins seem to melt or something. I thought they'd last a few days longer.
okay, so I've made some rolls on behalf of this individual, and unfortunately, he is not. I mean, he has not noticed any magical foul play, nor does he think anything's amiss.
It's not a spell. I checked specifically. It doesn't show anything.
Well, I wouldn't have noticed anything either.
I'm
So,
calm
I'm
goose.
just confused.
so he was like great sword out, being all like, "What the hell is going on?" He takes the great sword, passes it into one hand, and starts carrying it like blade down. He kind of like tucks it behind him a little bit and walks forward with his hand on his belt, which appears to also have like an arming short sword there just in case. But he's no longer preparing to like swing a massive sword at you, but he's holding it, has his hand on his belt, and is as you're talking is like slowly walking around the table to get closer to his friend to try and figure out what's up.
So anyway, what's your name?
Oh, I didn't give them a name.
Lovely to meet you, Asha.
Isabella Dover and Andrew Plymouth. There you go.
Yeah.
I was gonna go Ulrich.
Ulrich Plymouth.
I like your hat. Where'd you get it?
You look great.
This it's just standard issue. You know, it's how we go.
Are you guys like that? You're the guards here or something? I'm really new to town. I'm a goose. It's not a normal place.
You're a wonderful goose, aren't you? I'm a Thraben.
Everything. No one else here has wings.
Actually,
I think.
I'm an inspector for the Thraben Guard, and I would genuinely like to know if that's okay. How is it that you have wings and are a goose? Because I don't understand.
It's okay. I don't understand how you don't, but you know, we can all find some middle ground there.
The guy that's just behind me and the one that's now charmed, I want to. Well, why not sit down here and we can discuss? And
she turns to Ravain to be all like, "Is that okay?"
Of course.
Okay.
You know, let's all just chill. Hey, should we get a drink before we go and check out help you out at the guardhouse or whatever?
And I pull this seat out for the person to sit down at the end of the table and move around, like forcing Evelyn away, shoving Evelyn to the one more over.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So I'm still in between Evelyn.
I reach down and like scoop up my cat and kind of like shuffle over to the table because it fell out of my lap. Myth fell out of my lap onto the floor in a bundle.
Yeah.
So I pick her up and I kind of
wait, what?
put her down on the table.
There.
And I'll try and like offer my chair to this guy. Be like,
if you hold down Alt while you move your character, you can move them freely. It doesn't snap.
Okay.
Just like how we.
So
Let's try that.
So this guy, like kind of just places his great sword, like tip down, which you should never do with locked weapons. Like tip down next to the table, takes a seat. Actually, you know what? He wouldn't take a seat. He stands like right above the chair, so he is present.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this is like a no weapons sort of place. I got a mace here. I'm so sorry. That's very rude of me.
He kind of looks down at you and says, "No. A means to defend yourself is fine, especially in this climate." Goose man.
And I shout over to Anton. Anton, another round for our fellow friends.
He just
Yeah.
looks up and nods and does so.
By the way, Rory, at this point, now it doesn't work like the charm spell, but the actual charm effect will have worn off. So she won't know, but the charm wears off.
Okay.
So
it lasts for a minute then.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming that's roughly how long we've been, or whatever.
Yeah, it's been
I'm
about
just
that.
trying not to do any bullshit, other than what bullshit I'm doing.
So she has taken a seat, and at this point has put her shackles away, back where they came from, in a belt pouch, and then as she's sitting there, she kind of looks up at you fondly, and then kind of like squints her eyes and goes, "What?"
Anyway, but so you're telling me about the hat?
Yes, it's standard issue.
Wow, they look really cool though. How do you get the sides to flap up like that? Do you have any that flap down? When I'm flying, like aerodynamics play a really important part.
I'm sure they do. No, the hats are this shape because they channel the rain away from your face.
What's with that? What's with the weather here? What, like, I don't mean to talk about the weather so early into our friendship, but you know, like everything seems so gloomy, and anytime I say something dramatic, a bolt of lightning strikes. It's pretty creepy.
That's funny. That's good. It's amazing. As this is happening, when I cast Speak with Animals, is that I can do it in my mind, or is it a verbal thing?
Verbal thing.
Damn the spell.
It'll have on the spell like components, and it'll have like VS.
VS.
V and S means that it has verbal and semantic components, which means you have to speak and you have to be able to move your hands.
Yeah.
That's not
The
going to
whole
work.
reason I got away with my thing is all I needed to do was touch my holy symbol. I didn't have to say anything or do anything. So.
So.
Like almost every spell is verbal and semantic.
Yes.
Okay. I stand up and I shout out to Anton, "I'll come over and grab those drinks." And I'll walk over, and when I'm at the bar, I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
I'm holding my cat in my lap. I'm holding Myth. And I kind of look down at her. Is she doing anything in particular, or just kind of being a cat?
Just being a cat. Just curl up, and if you look down at Myth, she just looks up and goes,
"Yeah." Okay. I kind of like tuck myself in and kind of pat her a little bit, like to try and comfort myself. So I'm starting to come down, and I'm like, "What am I doing?" Starting to crash.
Also, what's with the food here? Why does everyone look so sad? It all seems to be like roast meats and stuff. That's generally pretty tasty. Do you not have enough seasoning? Does it all get washed away with the rain and the dramatic lightning?
Dramatic lightning.
We don't prioritize flavor much. I mean, sure.
I got so much to show you. Here, look at this pamphlet. I've been writing some recipes on the back of it, but you should have a look at the front too. It's
Okay, so
why can't I use this?
So you hand her a pamphlet to Sarah.
Yes.
And she takes a look at it and is.
No, it's the back. It's got the recipes on it.
Okay.
I remember now. You need to come with us.
We're going to. We're just.
Sarah's
we agreed to that. Oh, we got another round on the way already.
We already have an angel we worship here.
Cool.
I literally work for the church. If there was an angel named Sarah, I would have heard about her.
She's really cool. I don't think she's from around here, though.
Something is wrong, and I think it's your fault.
Really?
At this stage, do I grab the drinks?
Yeah, you have the drinks from Anton, and as you turn around and are walking back, this inspector is going to stand up and is producing the shackles once again to be all like, "You need to come with us."
Right.
As that happens, I hand them the drink and go, "Here you go, friend." and then go to hand over the other one as well, just to try and.
She doesn't take the drink from you and just kind of looks at the drinks and then to the other table as if to say, "Please put those down. You're coming with me."
Right. What's the general sight around the tavern here? Is everyone watching this? Is it people, keeping to their own business?
At this point, with a flipping goose man having revealed himself,
Me, right?
everybody has eyes on you because you have majestic wings and a big long goose neck, slack jawed, like grabbing drinks just from muscle memory and an understanding of the space, barely even looking, just keep continuing to look at Ravain, going, "Oh my god."
Okay, good.
Yep. Okay, he's still focused on Ravain. So when I get back around to Evelyn then, and put the drinks down, I put my hand out and start talking to Miff, while patting Miff, like, ignoring other people, but like, you know how you talk to cats and you'd be like, pss, 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 pss,
Yeah.
like that. But as I speak, I say, Miff, I need you to do something for me. I need you to talk to Evelyn and ask her what she wants to go by, because Evelyn is not her name anymore. Because I need to know what name we're going to call her by.
Okay, you say this, Evelyn. You have your cat kind of just like curled up in this little apron burrito, and as you're like patting her for comfort, she kind of like rolls over in your arms, wriggles front paws out, and kind of just like catches one of your hands between her paws, and is all like,
Yes? Your meows cut out, like I know you're going, meow, but it kind of cuts out.
It
doesn't quite come through on the mic.
It's too high pitched, sorry.
Too cute.
Yeah.
It's too cute. She's just meowing at me.
Yeah, just meowing.
I like look down at her. What?
Yeah.
She
What's wrong?
like as you look down, she like takes one paw and like gestures over to Theon, who's just like bending down and going, pss, 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 and
Nothing.
Nothing.
Fuck.
What? But I can understand her. Like, regardless.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, okay, something on this plane doesn't do that then.
Or something.
She might just be being an asshole.
Or something on the other plane did.
Okay.
Yeah, Chandelier is very rich in magic.
Yeah.
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
That is a good point. Have you tried to do that yet?
I have not. I've literally just been trying to speak with her.
Okay.
Like, well, it's just so obviously that's why it's not working.
Because you've just been like, hey, are you okay?
I'm kind of thinking.
I gathered it was telepathic.
I think to myself, it's weird that I can't hear her now.
You then hear, in your own voice, but like 2 octaves higher. Ah, finally.
Oh. I kind of like physically startle. I'm like, oh, jeez.
So at this point, as you've realized how to talk to Myth, this Cathar is going to is once again being all like, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why I relaxed.
Well then, let's go.
All 4 of you stand up. We are leaving this place at once. Okay? Okay. Good. Let's go.
I think to my little Tressum to Myth, I'm like, what did Theon say? Like trying, like, what did Theon say? Because I'm not quite sure how it works, but I'm like thinking really hard.
Got nosebleed.
So if you're seeming to go along with the Cathars, as you like stand up and pick up the cat, you hear in your mind, he wanted to know what name you wish to use to avoid suspicion.
Oh. I haven't thought about this. I'm just kind of quiet and just kind of look around.
Mug.
I think, cat.
Okay. You hear meowed from the Tressum Theon. Meow. But it translates to cat.
Yep.
So then I'm like, cat. Okay. You're a cat. You're a cat.
Cat.
What? Okay. That's her name?
Cat. Yes.
Okay. Alright. So then I look over to Evelyn and go, cat, maybe we should go with them?
Yes. I think that's a safe idea.
I say the cat loud enough that hopefully Cortinari and Ravane understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm an idiot. Do I have to make any roll to cotton onto this?
Please make me an insight check to try and understand
Right at them.
what the social subtext is here.
Oh, look, I got a 16.
Yeah.
You believe that Theon wants, like, the intent behind what Theon is doing is to call Evelyn by this name. You, on an intellectual level, have no idea why that's the case.
Okay. Right, yes. Okay, sure thing. Come on, cat. And looks over and goes, mushroom? Let's go.
Just to make sure as well. I'll go along with it.
Okay.
You are mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys.
In my head, I think Marshall would have been better. My cat probably hears it and goes, heh.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I like look down at Myth and I kind of tuck her in a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I guess we're going for a walk in the cold.
Okay.
I try and get one more scoop of the stew, just because, haven't eaten for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go.
And I take a swig out of the beer or the drink that they refuse to have. I'm like, well, if you're not having any, and I take a swig out of it and then shout over to Anton, Anton, we'll see you later tonight. Thanks so much.
He just goes,
Fusing strange.
mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is this?
So,
I am going on.
the formation they go for is like one person to the back and one person to the front, like in opposite corners. So as you walk out, they make sure that's the kind of walking configuration you take.
Yep.
And you're just prepared to go along with them because they have questions and they want them to be answered. Okay.
So, mysterious nameless man with cool hats. You don't get many geese people around here. And what's your angel like?
He kind of glances over to you. He doesn't seem prepared to talk to you at all. He's just like, keep walking.
A strong silent type. I get that. People said I was like one of them once, but then I started talking.
Mm-hmm. Like, as you're walking, can everybody please make me a perception check?
Absolutely. I'm just going to refresh roll 20 just to see.
Oh, hang on. I'm exhaustion.
Yes.
So, are we still rolling a disadvantage?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it 27 or 26? Take the disadvantage.
Oh my god.
That wasn't even a nat 20, y'all.
Oh, come on. I rolled a 19 and an 18. Wow. So I got...
But mine, like...
Why is my D&D 20 not working? Why is it not connecting?
It's all good. As you're trying to suss that out, I'll just say, probably most, if not all of you, are intimately aware of the fact that as you leave, a somewhat subtle gesture is made by the lead inspector and as you like are led in this direction and round the corner, you see a pair of the sentries that were patrolling the wall kind of stop and begin to follow behind.
Yep. So my low roll was 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, that came through.
They're
Oh,
not.
did it? Oh, cool,
Yeah,
it
it
did.
went through. They. I
So
mean,
are we getting a take them to a back alley and shoot them sort of vibe off these guys?
you're getting.
Yeah.
We've been. I'd say the vibe you're getting is we've been told to follow you, kind of a vibe from the sentries, from the two. From the inspector and the inquisitor, the vibe is we're going to take you to somewhere that we can control more comfortably than the middle of a tavern full of civilians.
Sheriff wants to talk to the new people in town.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
When were we at IKEA?
Oh?
We get these guys don't seem like evil or anything. They just seem like, hey, this is some weird shit, right?
It's weird shit. We're doing our job.
Yeah, basically it's just
Exposure's right on the 11th.
you're all weird.
PM and PM.
Yeah.
We're gonna do our job. So if you're prepared to just go along with that, the two of them with a pair of sentries, kind of in a loose follower's backup, will escort you somewhere else.
Alright. And meanwhile, I'm just trying to make conversation with them and like, yeah, guys, you just gotta add a bit of cumin to it. It makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to continue talking to Myth and say, Myth, is at any point do you think this is a bad idea to keep following them?
I have no idea. I'm a cat.
Alright. Do you think Evelyn feels like this is a bad idea?
She, Myth kind of glances up and you hear a voice in your head go, "Hey, you okay?"
Not really.
You hear a meow, a meow, which is, yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
He apparently knows what I can handle better than I know what I can handle.
Good. And then, yeah, I
Okay.
just keep walking.
Okay. Well, I've done something a bit funky with this map, but it's kind of meant to represent a multi-level structure all on the one map, just for convenience sake. So please,
Oh.
please focus your attention to the center of the, like, of the image.
Oh.
Get the other bits.
Oh.
Oh, stay put.
Can I have the last spring roll?
No, I've already eaten it. It's already half gone.
Damn it.
Sorry, mate. I should get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
This is cool, Ori.
Thank you.
What's it? I was using.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. So, after making your way through some of the back streets, you find yourself approaching a 2-story tall, like a guard barracks esque structure built into built into the main exterior wall. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's got like robust, sturdy like external towers to make it strong against defense, and you approach one of the doors and are gestured to go inside.
Let me know when an hour's been up, because that's as long as my thingo lasts.
Okay. It was probably maybe like a 2-3 minute walk to get here. It wasn't far. So you
I speak with animals is almost up then.
okay? So you
10 minutes.
So proceeding inside, you find yourself in what you assume to be like a simple, like a garrison hall, there's various doors to the left and right that lead to other areas of this location. The main feature of this area is there is somebody sitting at the table, working on paperwork, and off to her right there is a bookshelf with just a wide variety of papers and documents and some small satchels and things like that. As you all walk in, she kind of looks up at you all and goes, "Oh, what's all this then? You've got some friends?" And oh my god, as she sees Ravain. Put the thing in shackles at once!
Man outfit.
She just
I look like a 1981 action figure.
She like jumps to her feet and is like, "Why are these people restrained? It's a monster!"
No, I'm not a monster. I'm Ravain.
Whoa. No. We're just here to try and help. We heard that you were looking for some Evelyn person, and we stood out a tiny bit, so we were like, yeah, all right, we'll come help.
Yeah. Finding evil people.
Would they recall that my sort of shtick was that he was cursed and we found him on our way, so we decided to take him under his wing? That was my spiel at the start, was he's obviously cursed with the bird flu. We need to save him. Just, would you guys remember that?
It was like half an hour ago.
Remember
it? Reiterate.
It would have been half an hour ago, so
Yeah.
our characters would remember, even if, I didn't.
So this individual, who's like she appears to be in her 30s, is also wearing a nice tricorn hat and has some like decent armor on for someone who's just doing admin behind a table. She just jumps up, approaches these two other Cathars and says, "I don't know what is going on here, but all these four need to be restrained and taken downstairs, all right?"
What? No, we're just here to chat.
No, we're just here to chat. We got asked. We got asked to come along. Yeah, we're not causing any harm to anyone. Because, why would we want to fight?
That's not important. What's important is that you are new, and you are danger.
No. If we were a danger, there would be danger to be had.
Earlier, and we're cool.
And I hand over one of my swords and go, "See?" And I drop it on the ground, going, "Proof. I'm not here to cause any trouble."
She looks at the very conspicuous trident. I assume you have like strapped to your back or something.
Yeah, and I go, "Oh, sure." And I pull that around and drop that in front of me as well.
Please make me a persuasion roll.
I'm an honest goose man person now thing. And I am statistically cause slightly fewer problems than I solve. Like, we are, altogether, on average, a force of good.
Persuasion?
Not good.
She sees you doing this and says, "No, this is a good start. All your weapons, hand them over now."
Yeah. Then I got my mace. That's all I've got, weapon-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, alright. I oblige and then pull out a rapier, a short bow, another short sword. Down as well. And go, "I think this is all of them."
Made of pocketses.
I'll
This Cathar,
eventually drop my machete.
she looks over to you now, Eva, and is like, "And you?"
I'm like kind of juggling this cat. I like unstrap the regular dagger off my hip and like kind of
Hold my hand
down
out
on
and
the
go,
ground.
"Cat, pass me your cat."
Oh, thank you. And I like hand Myth to you, and then I like take the bow off my back and kind of take off the quiver. There's a couple of arrows left in it, and I kind of put them all down.
Okay. one of the sentries scoops up all of this stuff, goes to this door over here, pulls out a key, unlocks it, and then walks inside with all that stuff and closes it behind him.
I shout out and say, "Be careful with the trident. It's got magical stuff, and I haven't figured it all out yet. So I don't want you to hurt yourself."
Okay. The Cathar says, "Okay. Now perhaps we could have a conversation." She kind of, like at this point, another sentry kind of like goes to walks through the large doors behind you and goes, "Oh," and then this Cathar says, "No, it's good. You that door. You that door." And so these everybody just moves to cover all of the exits. And then this individual goes and stands down back behind the desk and says, "So, shall we get started?"
Do you have any seats so that we can sit down with you?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, okay. And then?
Katarina, why don't you begin?
My name's Katarina now, not Catherine.
I don't know.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what you were gonna go with.
Whatever.
No, but we now have to stick with that because that's what you said.
I like kind of take the cat. I take Myth back from Theon.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hold her. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm from the city. I'm not a stranger, but I'm trying to keep out of the eyes of everybody anyway. I was out and I got a little waylaid and I stumbled across these 3 folk and we figured it was safer if we all stayed together, and I mean, the winter's not necessarily kind, so we city of Thraben together.
That's...
You jumping the gun just a tad. Now, all 4 of you, what are your names?
Hey, lovely to meet you. And I hold out a hand.
A taloned hand.
Yeah.
I'll abstain.
I'm Theon.
All right.
And I just do a nod.
She is writing all this down as you talk.
I'm Katarina Doveton, and she kind of does like a little bob.
Mm-hmm.
I see that, and I try and do a little bob with the wing as well.
No, that's enough of that.
Oh.
I feel like to get you to this.
And you? Pointing
I'm
to...
follow.
Follow.
That's it.
All right. Sit down. Now, where are y'all from?
That's a very confusing question right now.
That is a very confusing question.
Where were you born?
Well, I was born in a forest. In a forest of Lorwyn. And that's a long story. We won't go there. But it's in a different place to this.
All right. You, man goose.
Well, I don't really remember much about when I was born, but my mom always said that, and I just start rambling incoherently, and it goes on, and yeah, and then when I turned like 3, they said that I started to waddle a bit, and that was pretty cool. So, but there was an accident, and I bumped my head, and anyway, so then Ma didn't let me play on the table anymore, and it just keeps going and going and going.
Okay. As you are talking, this Cathar kind of makes eye contact with one of the sentries, and as you're waffling on, he approaches the table. She hands him a note, and then he walks to the door and leaves.
Yeah, but that's why I'm not allowed anywhere where they've got aardvarks or beetroots anymore.
I mean, she was writing down everything you were saying, but after about a minute of your, like, 5-minute monologue, she stopped.
Evelyn's actually like...
Like,
Oh.
Explains a lot. That actually explains a lot.
I look at Courtney and I'm like...
I start picking my fingers out going... yeah, okay, carry the 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Carry the 2. Yeah, okay.
Aardvarks and beetroot. Definitely.
Okay.
Checks out.
She just kind of, like, rolls her eyes and kind of, like, mouths to herself, like, subtly, "Thank God," when you stop talking.
What the fuck have I done?
She turns to Kotnari and says, "Where are you from? Use as few words as you can."
Ramble.
I'm gonna lie, but I'm gonna say that I'm from the catacombs and I lost my memory and was just lost in this dark cave for a long time, and then I found these people and they've helped save me and take me across the plains, and yeah, we've traveled for a long time. And before that, I don't know.
Okay. Please roll me a deception check.
Woo.
In fact, I should probably ask one of Ravane as well.
Yes, a 3.
Everything I said was true to my knowledge.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Really?
You just didn't answer the question, but answered everything but the question.
Just said everything truthful, just not what she wanted.
Okay.
She asked me where I'm from. I don't remember where I'm from.
She.
Like, who remembers the day of their birth? Really? Come on.
No.
Don't be ridiculous.
I know I was born in Dorchester, but that's just because it's on my birth certificate. And my mum told me so.
And I know my dad was the milkman. I wasn't around for it. Doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure I was born in a hospital, but I don't know.
So, finally, she turns to Evelyn and says, "And you said you were from this city. Have you got an address for me?"
Oh, yes, I do. And I kind of want to like ramble some vague address in like sort of the lower parts of the city where a lot of the people are living since their lives were destroyed by the plague, not plague, but the catastrophe.
Tentacle god?
Yes.
Yeah, by the giant spaghetti monster, Emrakul.
Okay. So you
event.
You say I'm from those slums. We don't really have addresses in there, basically.
Yeah.
Can you also please roll me deception?
Can do. When it is Spanish, because I'm bad.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Deception.
Oh, that's a straight roll, buddy. That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
We're going to prison.
Did you at least take advantage because you know the area?
Well, she asked for an address in the area because you said you were from here. Just a straight roll. So at this point, she kind of like her eyebrow hasn't actually gone down. She's just being like, taking notes, reading expressions, things like that, and then she says, "Okay, and one more question. What would y'all say if I were to say to you the word Emrakul?"
Oh, Evelyn like visibly flinches.
And I'm just like, what? Just out of pure confusion going, is that a person? Is that a name? What is that? Is it a type of food?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. I was thinking about turnips.
All right. Y'all are a very peculiar bunch.
I've been
Where are
called
you
exactly
from?
that previously. That's one I recognize.
All right. Now, at this point, you hear a loud on the door of the guardhouse.
Hello?
You're gonna get that, cool hat lady? Yeah, I didn't catch your name. You did tell me, but again, the turnips.
She steps to one side and, as she opens the door, and walking through are two very foreboding-looking individuals.
Oh, hey
Hmm.
guys.
I hope I don't know who they are.
Nice
These,
hoods you've got there. Very,
Evelyn, you would recognize these as Lunarch Inquisitors. So, the church has inspectors and soldiers and things like that. Inquisitors sent from the church are basically combat proficient priests that seek the truth aggressively if need be. And based on the appearance of the sentry who is standing at the doorway behind them, it seems that that is who this Cathar sent for him to fetch. They are wearing very unusual metallic helmets that kind of come to a point above their heads. One is wielding a torch and a mace. The other has a big two-handed axe, and are both wearing like long flowy robes with plate mail underneath.
I just want to put it out there that Ravane is a little bit turned on by the outfits.
Mm-hmm. So
I just puff out a little bit.
these
The
two,
feathers.
yep, walk into the room and say, "You summoned us, Captain." And the Irish-sounding woman says, "Yes. These four people have seen fit to come into my place of business and lie directly to my face. I'm going to have to ask you to escort them down to the basement and ascertain the truth of the matter. Is that all right?" And they say, "My specialty."
Oh my god. Evelyn looks down at Myth. It's like, what do I do?
Myth just looks up at you and thinks, "Run."
What? I'm like,
I'm not so
look
good
at the
with face
door.
So is that door behind them still open?
Yes.
Is the door on the left of me technically? Is that got somebody standing fully in front of it?
Yeah, basically, it's got this guy with a spear standing on guard in front of the door.
But just to correct, you said that they locked and unlocked doors as they went through them. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. And I'm gonna, yeah. These two here, they don't look as they look pretty nasty, don't they?
They appear to be rather formidable individuals. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, I'm starting to think that these people aren't as nice as the cool hat lady.
I'm getting that sense as well. I thought we were being rather accommodating by coming here and agreeing to their terms and handing our weapons over when, in fact, now it doesn't feel like we're the safe ones.
Evelyn kind of like takes a step away from the rest of the group. She's like, I'm innocent. I don't deserve to be here. I'm a worshipper of the great Avacyn. I know people in this. I have stuff to do. I don't deserve to be here. She starts kind of like panicking and sweating. And she's like, I don't want to die.
Okay. As you're saying this and kind of panicking, this individual takes a step forward, raises up the mace and kind of built into like the base of it, there is the holy symbol of Avacyn. This mace is presented, and it kind of flashes a bright white as it's held forwards. I would like.
So cool!
I would like.
Oh,
I would like.
this is going to be even better, and I cast Hold Person.
Okay, but well, as they were casting a spell as it shone, so I will first have the four of you make charisma saving throws.
Fair.
Disadvantage.
Is this a charmed effect?
Yeah, I don't know
No.
how to come through.
This is not a charm effect.
Because I have advantage against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Elves.
Elsewhere, elves.
Just elvy things.
Elf buddy.
Elves.
That's a 12. Can I get a 12?
Was it-
Can
Oh,
I
hang
get a
on. I didn't roll it.
pass?
Disadvantage. I'll roll it again.
It's not a disadvantage.
Oh, well then 17.
Mine is. I'm exhausted.
Just ability.
Oh yeah,
checks.
so is mine then.
It's just ability checks.
Oh well, then mine's a 17.
Or is yours still a 12 because it's the
That's okay
first
as
roll?
well.
Yeah.
Exhausted level 1.
So
Only.
12.
Well, mine's a 17.
So 12 from Evelyn, 12 from Cortinari.
If we're not doing disadvantage on that, I got a 17. I rolled with a disadvantage and got a 12.
Okay.
But if we're not, because I'm exhausted on level 1. But
I think because there's a lot of confusion associated with what's happened, just roll again.
oh jeez, just a straight roll.
Just roll again, straight roll.
Charisma. That is a 14.
Okay. So
What's the difference?
What, was it constitution or charisma?
Charisma.
Oh,
it's charisma.
I also. Oh no, I did roll the right thing.
No, you rolled
No, you rolled con,
Constitution.
my friend.
Oh, so it needs to be charisma.
Yes.
Straight.
Yeah.
Straight, just one charisma roll.
It's a charisma save.
Try that again.
A bear. Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks. I'm just
Okay.
dumb.
And what was your roll, Ravane?
22.
22. Good heavens.
You're fine.
So.
Get out of here, you.
So, two of you failed. Theon and Cortinari both failed this, and I just to go over what the spell.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Am I one of the ones who failed?
No, you are
I think
not.
you're fine.
So, Theon,
No.
so Theon and Cortinari, you are now both aware that the area in which you stand is under the effect of a zone of truth.
Okay.
Oh, the two people who didn't lie. Legends.
Now,
You guys are great.
now that has occurred. Ravane, you then intended to cast Hold Person, yes?
I do. Because he's holding out, and they're just being mean and very rude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, zone of truth. Anyone can do that. You know why I can? Because Sarah's real, bitches. Hold person.
Are you casting it on one or both of them?
I believe it's only on one at the spell level I have. Let me have a
Okay.
look.
Which one do you choose?
No, I can do it on both, actually. Yes. So I will cast Hold Person on both of them.
Okay.
You're basically like punching a policeman in a public place, in a police
It's
station.
in the basement to execute us.
No.
What save have they got to make?
They have to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Very stupid.
The first one rolled a 19. The second one rolled a 4. So this.
Okay.
So the one.
One is not moving.
This one at the door has passed. The one that just cast Zone of Truth failed.
Yeah. I will then, and tell me if I need to roll initiative for this or anything. I would like to bum rush past him and grab his mace as I go straight out the door.
At this point, with what's happening, I think after you've cast a less than friendly spell, now's a good time to roll initiative.
All right. We
Okay.
all die. I have no regrets.
Why does this happen?
Do I roll
Why
that
is
at disadvantage?
No.
No, it's
Well-
only ability check.
It was-
No.
Unless Rory decides.
No, it's not. That's too mean.
Hey, I was doing everything at disadvantage. So it's kind of you to let me roll a straight roll.
Oh, no, I forgot to select my character.
I did as well. That's right. What were we doing
Sorry,
first?
Rory.
It's okay. I will do the thing.
Do the DM thing.
I'll use my magic. Okay. Yes. Evelyn got a 19. Theon got a 20. Ravane got a
That's how I
8.
roll.
Portnari got a 12. I'll remove the old man from the initiative.
Big old man. Now he
Oh, yes.
bursts in. Comes in to save us.
Old man, help us.
And that's my dad. Break the asylum. Come to rescue us. Bad Nick.
Okay. Your Tressum has rolled a natural 1. And so
Aw,
has
cutie.
a 3 initiative.
Dummy.
And a second. So who's present in the room? There's a lot of people present in this room who have their own individual character sheets.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
So
I'm not gonna do well in this, being
None of us
at
are.
7 health and no weapons.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Some time.
Can't
PPK.
give up.
PPK.
Pretty
Gotta
much.
reroll characters, guys.
My character now.
You're here, Tash. This is a perfect spot for it to die.
Really want to try
Hmm.
out the Tasha's psionic subclasses.
Pretty
Okay, don't
cool.
get too
I
excited.
like the fighter one a lot. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I really want to try that one. You're basically a Jedi.
Yes.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Okay. That sounds
It
like a
really
sweet
is.
planeswalker.
Well, you might have a chance.
Okay, I have added everyone to the initiative order. Literally everyone. Oh my god, it's a big initiative.
Really?
Goodness gravy.
To the top. Damn it, someone beat me to the top?
Somebody beat you to the top. It is the Irish lady who's been grilling you. So, Ravane, you cast your hold person and this individual with the burning torch and mace is kind of just like,
Do I at least get the rest of my surprise round sort of thing?
you just very obviously cast a spell and something bad happened.
Alright, alright.
So you started initiative by casting hold person. And now this
You even have my face step.
So this individual, seeing the potential for a security risk and knowing that this door is locked, jumps up from behind the desk, pushes past her friend, goes and basically tries to, as hastily as she can, just close and secure this door to keep you all contained inside. She's like, "Oh God!" Goes to secure the door, and as she does so, she jumps up and picks up kind of from her side a spear. So she grabs a spear from behind her desk and just like slams the door closed and slides a bolt across it, and then turns around with her spear and presents it and just says, "Surrender, now." And that's her turn. Now, it's Theon's turn. You've seen Ravane cast this spell. Meh.
For my turn, I think I'm only going to ready my action
Okay.
and just I think I'm gonna where is it not going? Oh no, Evelyn is behind me. Yeah, stay where I am and just ready my action and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. This escalated way too quickly. We were trying to have a conversation. Why are you taking it this way?
Okay.
While holding my hands up.
I'm just going to quickly do this to remind myself because it's still happening. Yeah. So for... Okay, so here's the question, Theon. What did you just tell the truth? Because
Yeah.
Okay. Like because
we came for a conversation.
Yeah. Well, while you are
we did.
Inside the pink mark area for the next 10 minutes, you cannot knowingly tell a lie.
Knowingly tell a lie. Yeah, I gathered that. So yeah, they definitely now know that I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the truth. We came to have a conversation.
Yeah. So, what action do you ready?
Dodge.
Okay, you take the dodge action. Evelyn, it's your turn.
Evelyn's kind of just like friggin' startled, and she like stumbles over and falls on her butt outside of the zone of truth. She
Okay.
Stumbles back and goes thunk, like thumps down on the ground. This is a cat like in her arms. She's like, yeah. But she is not going to do anything else.
Okay.
She doesn't know what to do.
This Cathar here on her turn is going to once again pull out a pair of nice trusty shackles and draw a rapier, and will advance towards the group. Will enter the zone of truth, which means that she actually has to make a saving throw as well against the spell, which she fails. As she walks in, she goes to speak and is all like, "I enjoy doing this. Surrender."
Just
oh.
Oh.
So she seems ready to lunge and do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
ready to throw hands.
The one sentry currently in the room is going to pull out his own. Is basically going to bring his own spear to bear and just drop it down and hold it like kind of like under your chin, like in Evelyn, and be like, "Don't move." And also has an action ready. Revenge.
I'm gonna punch the guy who's got the mace.
Okay.
He is held, so I'll have advantage.
You will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you like spread your wings, like half run, half fly in between Theon and Cortinari.
And because he's paralyzed, can I use my interaction, which is generally used for drawing a weapon, to take his mace?
The disarm?
He's
not even didn't even be able to hold on to it.
I'd like to grab his mace and whack him across the chops with it.
I would say because of the nature of Hold Person, his entire body is just rigid in place. So you will have to please make me a strength athletics check to pry it out of his grip before you can attempt to smack.
22.
Okay. Can you also please make me a con save?
Yep.
You take.
Nope.
You were actually rolling that 20 then.
Yes, he did. Ravain,
of course he did.
You take a second point of exhaustion.
Yep. Gotcha.
Okay. You may now make your attack roll with this mace across this person's face.
Excellent. Okay, so when I select advantage in D&D Beyond, does it not come through?
I don't see your roll, unfortunately.
Rolled miss to hit 11.
Shift. Click it.
Because that rolled 2 d20s.
Does that work?
That,
Yeah.
Advantage.
that did
Yeah.
work.
6
Yeah, that
plus
worked.
3 plus
So
5.
So you bring up
That one worked.
you bring up this woman's stolen mace and you smack her across the face. Her armor holds strong. Unfortunately, a 17 wasn't enough to get through her plate armor.
Jawline! Amazing!
Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing! That's really good, Evelyn! Hope you're doing well over there! And you're cowering in the corner with your... Anyway, well, now that I got that out of my system, yeah, it's really rude to cast spells on people.
Yeah, Ravane.
And I believe that's the end of my turn before I get to say any more of that conversation.
That is indeed the end of your turn. Now we move on to the two inquisitors. The one you have held does nothing. This individual, upon seeing you accost his partner, will take a step forward and take a swing at you with his two-handed axe.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Will accost you.
Actually, he makes 2 attacks, since this individual has multi-attack. Oops.
Bendicatic.
Smack. Okay, I don't believe a 10 probably will not hit you. Does a 17?
17 will hit.
Okay, you take 6 points of slashing damage as this big axe just cleaves into the front of you.
Ow! That was my cloak! I like that!
Can you please make me a con save to maintain concentration on your hold person spell?
Nope.
Okay.
It's gone.
The spell drops, but I will say that the second Inquisitor still lost her turn because she was held and paralyzed. So as this axe sinks in, you lose concentration, and she just like flexes her shoulders and like slightly adjusts her helmet back to where it was before you smacked it.
And the one who just hit Ravane make a con save, please.
Certainly.
With my reaction.
Con save of 14.
Yeah, that's my DC.
Okay, so the Inquisitor passes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It is now your turn, Courtney.
I have one thing that I could do, but I don't know if it's a good idea. No, I think it's a terrible idea. Wait, stop! And I start to chitter because I'm terrified of. They just remind me of like Boros bullies who hassle everyone. And I'm like,
exactly that.
Wait. We mean no danger. We've come here from somewhere strange. We don't know exactly how. It's a weird magic, but we mean no harm. We arrived here only a few hours ago. Please, we can easily talk. You know I'm telling the truth.
Okay. Please make me a persuasion roll.
Come on. Nope.
Okay. The Inquisitor with the large axe just looks over at you and says, "You'll talk plenty during your interrogation."
Yikes.
So was that my action or anything?
Would you like it to have been your action, or would you like to hold an action in anticipation of something else? I think just the sheer volume of words you said would probably make it your action because it was...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll hold on to this.
Next up, we are at Who is this? Oh, it's the Tresium.
Little one.
Your cat proceeds to do a panic and just looks up at you and says in your mind, please dismiss me.
I'm sorry, what?
Send me back to the Fey realm for now. It's safer there for me.
Interesting.
And that's all she says. Back to the top of the round, we have this Cathar who has secured the door, is going to circle around, step around the fire pit and kind of present the spear, present her spear towards either, kind of like moving it aggressively between like Theon and Evelyn, being all like, do, and she just says, "Do you yield?" To like all of you.
So we can respond to this, right? I
you
say, do we have a choice?
No.
And will our safety be how do I want to say it? Will our safety be assured if we do?
You will not be harmed if you are honest with us.
Evelyn's just like, I'm on the ground! She literally shouts that.
Okay. This Cathar pulls out a set of shackles from behind her pouch and just tosses them into your lap and says, "Put them on."
Can I have my action to temporarily dismiss my Tresium? When it comes around to my turn. Because it's kind of an action, like, if we're not in initiative, then I'll,
well, I'm gonna see what happens with Ravain on his next turn, because he is clearly intending on there being an initiative, so I'm pacing it as such.
I've had the shackles tossed at me.
Yes. The shackles have been tossed at you. Theon, it's your turn.
Okay. I say, in my turn, I will go down there, but I will not go down there if you put me in shackles.
Roll persuasion.
Come on, someone with con. Oh, charisma. You know what I mean.
This part.
Persuasion.
For all of this party's merits, you aren't an overly charismatic bunch.
No. 6.
Yes.
Evelyn's not meant to be charismatic. Not yet, at least.
I'm on +4, so it's something.
Yeah. This inspector has shackles in her hand and just says, "No deal," and holds them out to you.
And I freely take them then.
Okay.
And I just take them out of her hand, just be like, okay, and just take them off her.
And she says, "Put them on."
And I put it on one, and I say, "That's as much as you're getting."
Okay. It's now your turn, Evelyn.
I like hug the bundle closer to me, and with my action, because it's an action, I temporarily dismiss my Tresium. And I'm just hugging this apron. Action. That's all I can do. I can't put the shackles on myself.
I'll say you can as a bonus action if you choose to.
I like with shaky fingers like fumble with it, so I can't quite get them on because I'm terrified. So I like shaky and I can't like get them open, and so I'm just kind of like.
Okay.
I can't put them on.
Onto the inspector's turn. Theon, she reaches out to to your wrist, and is going to grab the other half of the shackles.
My dodge action is gone, isn't it?
Yes. So are you trying to keep her from like?
Yeah.
Grabbing? Okay. So.
Yeah. Well, not grabbing the shackles. So I just hold the shackles when I say, "I will go down, but I will not go down in shackles."
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to ask for a contested acrobatics check because she is like trying to get the other end of the shackles from you, and you're trying to like hold them away. So roll for her. Okay.
Why?
She rolled a 19. So you like go to be like and she just with breathtaking speed grabs the other half, snaps them onto her wrist.
Oh, okay.
And
we're stuck together.
And basically goes to start and basically like applies pressure to pull you towards this door right here.
I walk with her and say, if you thought we were a threat, why did you attach yourself to me?
You are unarmed.
I got 2.
I have two. Yeah, I have 2.
Says Ravane.
So you basically get pulled like away from this. Actually, no, I'm jumping the gun. Ravane, this Cathar like moves to here, and then is going to make a move to here, and is leaving your zone. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity?
Take it all! And I take a swing.
Okay. By all means. Okay. As you swing, this this Cathar just like dodges back, and the mace just like just skims past your face, and you're like. Rrr! And
Past that one though.
yes, so yes, you did. So now the DC is increased by 2.
Yeah.
Okay, and then she basically escorts Theon to this door. Okay. Next up, we have the general guards. Seeing you kind of like struggling, this guy takes a step forward, like squats down, picks up the shackles, and just goes to put them on you himself. Do you resist him?
Aw. She like flinches away and then realizes it's a really bad idea. And then just kind of doesn't like give her, she kind of just like
So like, okay, and so
she just kind of sits there, but she doesn't like help.
Yeah, so he reaches down one by one, picks up a wrist, snaps the shackle on, picks up the other wrist, snaps that on, and then holding the chain in between the two, he basically just pulls you to your feet and is also taking you towards this door.
Did he have a good look at my face at all?
He did have a decent look at your face, but currently your disguised self is holding. So
Good.
you look like 5 years older than you really do. Okay. It's now Ravane's turn.
And I'm gonna cast slow on all of them that are in front of me there.
Okay.
Bruh.
Everyone?
What save do they make?
Wisdom 16.
Wisdom 16. Okay. Saving throws. Wisdom. Okay, they both fail.
Cool. Now, Old Mate didn't get a chance to lock the door. They just put a bar on it. And that didn't cost them their action when you did it. So it would only cost the interaction.
Yeah.
So therefore, I'm then going to walk to the door. Oh, wait, no. Go straight past him. There you go. I'm going to open the door.
Yep.
And I'm going to fly up and out into the night.
Like a bat out of hell.
Okay.
Because they're under the effect of slow, they do not get an attack of opportunity
Yeah,
because
I was
they
about to
didn't get reactions.
No reaction.
Everyone's like, what? What? And she's being like, led away. Traitor!
So you throw open the door, and as you do, the single sentry left outside is kind of just like staggered forward by the force of the shove. You fly out. He's seeing you being all like flying out. Will take a slash with his spear as you go.
For it.
But he is nowhere near as foreboding as his friends. So, spear attack is a 14 to hit you.
That will miss.
Okay.
Ah!
And then you just fly up and away away into the night. Actually, I think if you were there, you can get to
Very far.
like here, but maybe like up 5 or 10 feet.
You got a little bit of air. I got like, let's call it 10 feet of air. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all good. You are up and just being all like, not today, coppers.
Oh, I got the sweet new mace. Why isn't it glowing anymore? I thought it glowed. Oh, man.
It glowed because it has a holy symbol of Avacyn on it.
Ah, gotta get that fixed.
Okay, so now the slow spell means that your speed is halved, and you either get an action or a bonus action, not both.
Yes, and the AC gets lowered and other things like that.
Okay, fair enough. So, so Courtnari, you've seen Ravane just bail, and has left behind these two individuals who turn to you and just say, "Give up now. Make it easier on yourself."
It takes them like a minute to say that.
Remember that pebble that I picked up?
Yeah.
I cast darkness on it.
Oh no! Well,
Bruh.
And then I start to book it.
Well, it's your turn immediately after theirs. So
Okay.
they can't even flippin' hold an action to do anything if you attack, because if you hold an action, you spend your reaction to have the held action go off. So they can't do that, which means they have to do something. Okay, I think.
Sorry, I thought it was meant to be my turn.
No, it's all good. It's just like one basically just spends the turn being all like, "Give up," trying to be intimidating. The other one is going to cast a spell, but I believe slow interacts with spells interestingly, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So slow. When they cast a spell, they would have to roll a d20. An 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until their next turn.
Okay, I'm rolling a d20.
And they have it essentially, if it's an 11 or higher, it costs them 2 actions in 2 turns. Use the spell.
Well, I just rolled a 16, so
that spell doesn't take effect until next turn. If they don't get a chance to finish it, then it doesn't work.
Exactly. So this individual has the symbol of Avacyn like on the side of his great axe. He presents it like the beginning of a glow begins to conjure, and he just begins to say, and is
What's saying? I can't hear you.
And that's it.
Right.
It is now your turn, Courtnari.
Oh, so yeah, I take that tiny pebble out of my pocket, cast darkness on it,
Okay.
and I am gonna follow Ravane. So it's 15 foot out from me let me just.
That'll be a big area.
It's gonna go poorly for me.
So that kind of area is shadowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a way out, but I'm not going to leave until you leave.
So so everybody in there is in blackness. Nobody in that area can see anything, including you.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But he knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So using that, I'm gonna barge past to the tops of the two slowed guys.
I don't think they would let you just like shoulder past because of their sheer bulk and size. So you need to actually navigate around them just because of their bulk.
Okay. Like 1. 5.
Okay. I will ask you to make me a survival roll as you are doing this, because this is unfamiliar terrain. And as I'm sure people know, trying to walk around their house in darkness, sometimes you crash into things unintentionally. But you don't, because you have a great sense of self and your immediate surroundings.
Like the one person who has never crashed in, stubbed a toe.
Basically, yeah.
And
wait a second. Did you take the darkness with you?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
how come the pebble? Did he take it with him?
So my idea was to run with it and then use my bonus action to throw it back into the room.
Okay. I don't think I would allow you to toss the pebble as a bonus action, just because it's...
Okay,
it's magical.
Can I retroactively just cast it on the pebble and like drop it in the room there?
Yes, yeah, I would allow that. So you were here. I will prepare a bit of a something. Stone. That's a very weird. Okay, here we go. Boop. That's a very large stone. Hang on. Is drawing. Be small.
Did you find a pebble that big? And why is it still a pebble?
At that point, it's not a pebble, it's a rock.
You're around with that.
You're walking around with a pebble.
Earlier.
Where were you holding that?
So
elves in their pockets is.
There we go.
Prison wallet.
Oh my god.
Is.
There we go. So you do not have that effect on you anymore. I do not know where you have done it, but it's gone.
I was just using the Halo thing in the settings.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So please make yours go away. Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Actually, I think I think that one's a bit dark. Hang on. Let's go for that, just so it's more clearly visible what's dark. Okay. You drop the darkness and you run out the door.
This is probably a bad idea.
The Tresium has been dismissed. This Cathar, standing in complete darkness, though next to a burning brazier, is going to take a step back. Out.
Into the fire.
It is gonna walk out of the range of this. Hang on, have you been given a turn? I didn't give this guy. Oh, I didn't give this guy a turn. Wait, did I? Give me a sec. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm gonna say because I didn't give him a turn. He has opened the door, so the door down is open. So this Cathar basically steps back, and seeing that people are running away, is going to. What can she even do?
See people are running away? Oh yeah, I guess you would.
Yeah. I mean,
would have seen Ravane.
She saw Ravane run, and then the entire area go dark. She assumes the second person is also running away, which is fair. Okay, she is basically just going to hold up her spear to Theon and just say, if you try to run, I will stop you. Go quietly.
Fine, I'll come with you, but just so you know, these won't do shit. Just so you know, so I am coming of my own fruition.
Okay.
Fruition?
Well,
That word.
it is now your turn, Theon.
I guess. Did that door open?
The door has
In
opened.
front?
Yeah.
So I push through the door and drag her. Like, I just, like, push her forward through the door and go, let's do this. But if anything happens to any of my other friends, you have been warned.
Okay.
Gone into the makeout closet with the spooky Inquisitor lady.
So you are led down the stairs, part of the way.
Because I still have a misty step in the barrel.
Mm-hmm. Evelyn, it's your turn. You are also being directed to go down the stairs.
By a slowed person or by a normal speed person?
By a regular guard who is holding the chains between your shackles.
Yeah, I have really no choice because I am weak.
Mm-hmm.
Weak. I comply and I just follow.
So he
goes.
He escorts you down as well. So yep.
Would my apron is up here. I do not have my apron.
Okay.
Just to DM's sake.
Good to know. I do of course assume that you are still wearing a dress that has a pin in it, though.
I am, yes. It is in the top.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not fucking use it.
Okay. You make your way down the stairs, and this knight closes and locks the door behind you. So as you're proceeding downstairs into the dark, you hear. Okay. Given that there is a single sentry stopping you, I'm going to say that we are soft out of initiative right now, just because the people who are able to make an immediate pursuit are going to have to wrangle with a stone that has darkness on it, and two idiots are under the effect of a slow spell. So the main question I have for Ravane and Cortanari is, well, where are you going?
Hey, break out! Break out!
That's what I want to ask Ravane. That's why I've run out the door, being like, Ravane! Ravane!
First up! And I'm just going to hold my hand up, and like there's a glowing fire in it at this one little sentry here. Your weapons! Drop them! Well, because I'm assuming we could wreck his shit.
You get the impression that this guy isn't very high on the totem pole just from looking at him.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm going for an intimidation because I am a flying birdman with glowing magic that just slowed the two badasses.
Okay, please roll me intimidation.
All right.
And I will say that you have advantage, so it's just a straight roll because that is scary.
Yeah.
The 20.
His spear.
And I'm like, and you see the teeth on the sides of my tongue, that sort of thing.
His spear clatters to the ground, and he kind of backs up against the stonework of the guardhouse, and is like,
run.
Did you see where they took Evelyn and Theon?
They went through that door back there.
Okay. Well, I've still got like a minute left on holding these two jerks. And also I got his mace. Her mace. I'm not sure. I don't really see genders. All you humanoids look so similar. It's really weird.
It's fine.
Yeah. Like, how do you tell without feather? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, break out. All right. We just got to wreck these two guys. And then whoever's in front of them. And then we can break them out, assuming they haven't already escaped themselves, because they're cool.
Wait, so Are you just standing immediately outside and having this conversation, or are you like running away and talking while you run?
I got that guy to drop weapons, etc.
Yeah.
Is there like a corner around here that we can duck around or something like that for a second?
You can probably make your way deeper into the city streets and like wind through some corners and potentially find a back alley to hide in that's nearby but out of the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did we run? Why did we not talk to them?
Oh, a strange voice seemed like it said a good idea. Maybe Sarah's talking to me now. Am I special? Anyway, so here's the plan.
What?
I'm the brains of this operation, so we got nothing to worry about. First up, oh good God, I'm in so much pain. Here, come here, and just slap us each with the cure wounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seems fair.
For you, that come through? I don't know.
8.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah, that came through.
And one for me.
6.
And a 6.
Oh, that stings. Oh. So anyway, yeah, there's still a guy with a really big axe in there and stuff, and we gotta deal with that. Also, you know, like, I don't know, they're pretty, like, yeah, Evelyn's pretty good at sneaking and stabbing, and there was that one time she gutted a guy with a, I don't know, what was that, some sort of kitchen
knife?
I think that was a boning knife. I heard that cut through the bones anyway. And Theon seems strangely competent sometimes. I think it's when it's whatever time of the month or year or whatever. I'm not really sure how elves work.
Most importantly, I need rest.
Yeah, I'm having a real bad day. But, you know, I got this sweet new mace.
Oh, did you pick up the spear?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well then, I will tell you one thing about the mace you are carrying there, bud. It is silvered.
Silvered mace, gotcha.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it's in a Strad.
Yeah, of course it is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm proficient with a spear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. But it's a two-handed weapon, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean,
Spear you can use one or two-handed.
oh yeah, it's versatile.
Yeah, it's versatile. Cool. Spear and shield.
Yeah.
Proper style.
Yeah, definitely.
Shield with a little hole cut out of it.
Stab.
Do you need to borrow my jockstrap and complete the look?
Yeah.
This is Sparta!
Anyway, so, well, I figure Evelyn and Theon are pretty badass, so they will probably be able to break themselves out. But at the same time, there's a lot of really mean guys in there that were really into the whole, you know, cleanse you with fire, torture thing, and just general inquisitorial nonsense. And like, I knew some guys who were really into that once, and they went out, and I'm going back to the turnip story now, but you know what I'm saying.
It reminds me of the Boros. I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So anyway, they're pretty badass. They'll probably be able to take care of themselves. But anything we can do to help by drawing some of those guys away, what do you think?
I could do something, but
You got any of that cool juju that messes up the ground and maybe collapses a building on them, or summons a giant nature spirit, or turns them on into horrible undead skull beasts?
I have one thing left. Remember the giant mushroom towers?
Let's do this.
I have one of those left.
And scene. All right, we'll come back to us in a sec. What are you guys up to?
Okay, so the two of you, I'm gonna cut the dramatic battle music now because it's not appropriate for the kind of scene we're going for here.
Oh.
Is this?
I didn't actually zoom out to see that section of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's new. Not that I know that it's there.
Miss Scusi?
I don't know or see anything.
To the left.
Oh, yeah.
Zoom right out, and then you can see where we are.
Where's that?
That's a good vibe. That'll do nicely. I will stick with that one.
Not a fan of what's on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
All right.
what proceeds for for the other two of you? You are led down a.
We want to take a quick fiver.
Yeah. I mean.
Because I need to go to Lou.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Bo's disappearing off.
That's fair enough. If you want to do that, go for it.
Quick drinks, etc.
What color are we choosing? Set the color. God, man.
There's a lot of limestone around you.
Okay. What type of lighting is in this place? Is it dim?
The light in the room where you are thrown is very lacking. You are just pushed into a near pitch black room. So the best you probably have is a dim flicker of torchlight coming from a crack under the door.
Can do that.
Do I want anything? Nah, I'm alright.
Something like that.
Yes, that is perfect.
I split the party, bullshit plan, set the scene. Mwah.
Very
I
impressive.
thought there was one rule: never split the party. But I'm down.
Or always split the party directly in the middle, where all the healers go one way and all the non-healers go the other way.
Yep.
Look, in the other hand, when you look at my hit points, my spells left, etc., I'm not really a healer at this point.
I've been paying absolutely no attention to anyone's character sheets in terms of like their spells and hit points.
I'm on fumes.
Yeah, I'm also on fumes.
Well, I'm now just curious, and I'm gonna have a bit of a sneaky peek.
You may sneak as much as you wish to peek.
Okay, view Ravane. Oof.
Yeah, not great.
Even bigger oof. Yeah, okay. Theon.
Still got some spells.
You got some
spells.
Rory, as a question, what are our odds of getting a short rest, as in a breather, in before, whilst this plan formulates and we're swapping scenes, etc.? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, please help.
Considering the fact that you are in one of the most heavily, not one of the most, considering the fact that you are in the most heavily fortified city on the entire plane, you need to find somewhere safer and more secure than a back alley if you're going to stay anywhere for an hour.
Is that like a survival roll? Or...
That would be a survival roll, yes. Just trying to get a sense of your surroundings and figure out where might be like a shop that's closed or abandoned or out of the way, and just find somewhere and get inside.
Just for the tried it, may I try that roll, please?
Indeed. I will also request from the both of you stealth checks to navigate stealthily.
Stealth for me?
Yes.
And I'll help with that survival as well if I can.
I don't need help with the survival, I need help with the stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I have some rolls.
Yeah.
So, the two of you are able to, for the most part, I'd say you end up navigating roughly 5-10 minutes away from the location where Evelyn and Theon are kept, you find an old, I'm going to say an old abandoned bakery. You approach it. It's like a nice pleasant corner bakery, but it looks like a lot of the external facade has been quite heavily damaged. Like, a good number of the buildings in the block you find look pretty beaten up, but the bakery just speaks to Ravane. You
These sort of chimneys, even your skinny ass can fit down. Let's go.
So you make your way inside the bakery. The exterior is boarded up. There is a lot of like haphazard scaffolding up around it to keep the entire structure from falling in. And as you go inside, the same is true inside. Like, there's boards sealing up some of the windows and the doors. And there's internal scaffolding just holding up the stonework. There's not really much of anything in here, but the chimney is intact, and there is a nice big, like, appropriate fireplace that could be used to like slide in big things of bread and cook them. So that is where you find yourself resting in this moment. But now we'll slide across to Ravane, to Theon and Evelyn. So the two of you are brought down a staircase and find yourself in a dark basement. The room you enter first has a table and chair set up where two guards are just sitting. They don't seem to be doing much, but as soon as you enter, they kind of like hastily shuffle up the deck of playing cards that they had in front of them and are like, oh yes, yes, we're doing our jobs absolutely. And like, the people escorting you down just kind of give eye rolls as you go past. You go through another door, and it seems there's room in here to contain 6 people. Theon, you are taken to one of the cells and basically pushed inside. Once you're in there, the Cathar basically unshackles the one shackle from your wrist, and then just closes the door behind you and locks it. And leaves you in a mostly pitch black room, alone, with nothing but a pot to pee in and a few piles of like ratty wool blankets on the floor in one corner.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to. Okay. Did they check my person? Did they check me at all?
I think they just wanted you contained for now, so they didn't like take your bag. The fact that you aren't armed was their immediate concern.
All right. I go to the door and I listen at the door.
Yep.
And then I pull my thieves' kit tools out.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt. Let me read this correctly. Yeah, I'm gonna pull my set.
You turn around, immediately start trying to pick the lock. Open the door. She's still standing there. Oops.
So
I'm just like listening, but like gonna pull my tools out and just start picking the lock.
Okay.
Because hopefully I know well enough that once it's clicked over, I won't open it. Just I know it's unlocked.
I will say the way that this lock is built, it's not built in such a way where there is an obvious keyhole on the inside, but
it's all on the out.
But there is like an internal panel like bolted shut that could potentially be removed to like persuade the lock open. So I will say that you can attempt to use your thieves' tools to unlock it that way. It's possible. It'll just take you a bit longer than if you had an actual lock to pick.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine. And I'll use like my pair of pliers to pull that metal away and try and get the bolts off.
Are you proficient in the use of thieves' tools?
I am.
Okay, then please roll me just a flat dexterity roll, but add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay, so proficiency.
It should be it should be a +3.
+2 would +3 at
Yeah, +3. So just make me a dex check and add 3.
And I'm guessing a disadvantage.
Yes, at disadvantage.
Because exhaustion.
Because you're exhausted.
Ah, come on, just roll for me. And +3 to that.
+3 to that. Okay, you are beginning to make progress.
Yeah.
So you are currently tinkering on that, being on. Okay, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. While that's happening, Evelyn, you are not taken to one of the cells. Instead, you are taken to a larger chamber at the end of the room, and once the two Inquisitors shake off the effect of the slow spell, they join you in there. The room has 3 features. There's a chair against the back wall, a brazier burning in the back corner, and a series of runes and glyphs kind of carved into the ground, and it looks like somebody has poured molten silver into the inlay on the ground and kind of created some permanent looking magical effect. And as soon as you are like pushed into this area, can you make me another charisma save?
Oh, jeez, I sure can. 8.
Okay, you are standing within a zone of truth once again.
Would I have been inside a prison at all?
Not like this. I think as a child, you might have got into some mischief that attracted the eye of some of the guards, but nothing this extreme. And after about half a minute, these two Inquisitors walk into the room and say, "Now then, I think we'll start with you. What is your name?"
Fuck. I can't lie.
You can't lie. You don't have to answer the question, but you cannot willingly speak a lie.
I like tremble. I don't say anything, but I'm like trembling.
Okay. Okay then. So you say nothing. The second one, who didn't ask the question, presents his axe. It flashes, and he speaks in a loud, booming voice. "Answer!" And I'm going to have to ask you to make a wisdom save, as he is commanding you to answer the question.
That's a 4.
Okay. You have to answer the question, and you have to do so truthfully.
Guys, I'm going to prison. Bye.
Bye.
About me.
I'll miss you.
Like kind of cringes, and she says just Evelyn. That's all she says.
Okay.
And she wrists still struggle, but she's like clutching at her chest.
Mm-hmm. They say, "Where are you from?"
Thraben.
Where in Thraben?
Is there like a district that I'm from? The high district?
You would probably have been from like the merchants or craftsman's district, where your father worked as a tailor. So that kind of area.
Yeah. Would I have lived in house or at my own residence?
Well, your own residence was mostly destroyed by Emrakul, so you would have lived in the mansion after getting a job there.
What did he ask me? Where am I from?
Yes, like where in the city are you from?
That's vague. I've lived in a few different places.
Where most recently?
Alara?
Not here. Most recently within the city?
Yes.
Or most recently in time?
Most recently within the city.
Um. I. Yeah, I say like the sort of like area-ish, that kind of trying to be
Okay.
vague, but
So
knowing that I can't really
you
lie.
say the nobles district. Okay. The two of them take a small step back and exchange some words, and as they do so quietly, they then turn back towards you, and one of them says, "You match the description of an individual wanted in connection for 2 murders from the Lever family. Was that you?"
I'm still in my disguised self.
Yes.
Do I have to answer a question, or can I just comment? Like, can I just say whatever?
You can speak whatever you want, but it has to be the truth.
I can't be. Okay, I can't lie. And I go, well, I don't look young enough to match the description, do I?
That is true. Why did you come to Thraben?
It's the safest place here, right now.
Are you here to hurt anyone or cause harm?
No.
Who do you serve?
Myself.
Not a lie.
And Lady Everson.
Do you have any connection to any suspicious or illicit activities within the walls of Thraben or beyond?
Any connection?
Yes. There are several organizations that mean to do harm to our fair city, from within or without.
I'm not part of a criminal organization.
I see. How did you come to know the unusual Birdman?
I met him on my travels.
Where on your travels?
Not here. Not in Thraben.
Tell me specifically where you were when you met him.
Can't remember off the top of my head.
Ravnica.
In a
Yeah,
city.
Ravnica.
Which
I was
city?
in a very busy city. Lots of people.
What was the city called?
I think. Did I ever get told the name of the city?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I like dumped a bit of
Mentioned it.
information about it
Yeah.
at like session 1 or 2.
I think it's called Ravnica? Ravina?
They step away, converse a
Ravinda?
bit more, and they come back.
Roville?
Have you ever committed any crimes within the walls of Thraben?
Ooh, within the walls of Thraben.
Yes.
What crimes have you committed?
Well, when I was a young child, I got into a lot of trouble out sticky fingers. Wasn't exactly born into a well-off family. Maybe some petty thievery, but I got my dues for that.
What is the worst crime you have committed?
Not telling the truth.
took the Lord's name in vain. I don't say anything.
Okay.
I kind of pale a little bit.
Keep in mind, no, lawyer Nick jumping in here. They asked what the worst crime you committed. They didn't specify what qualifies worse. So it could be the one that's the most morally reprehensible.
That's why I said taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah. Not that, like, anything you felt justified.
But it's pretty fucking bad.
Count as the worst crime.
But I don't think oh no, I saw myself commit it. Yeah, I still don't answer.
Okay. Once again, a holy symbol is presented, and this individual booms in a commanding voice. Answer. Make another. Please make me another wisdom save.
Oh, jeepers creepers! Come on. Oh, 19.
Okay. You don't have to answer.
She kind of like flinches and like startles back and like tries to kind of cover herself a little bit, like trying to kind of hide behind her hands from them. Doesn't say anything.
Theon, at this point you have the lock mostly under your control. You have successfully jimmied it to a point where if you wanted to open it you could, but hearing them lock it, the actually activating the mechanism is decently loud. So you have it at your disposal.
I leave. All right, so then I will put my tools away, knowing that at any stage, if the opportunity presents itself, I can get it out. Okay. And then I go back over to the bed, I cross my legs, and I start meditating.
Okay. As you are no longer like ear to the door, like actively like picking and fidgeting, and you start to meditate, you please roll a perception check.
Sure. I don't know why, but apparently I didn't think that it was necessary to. Let's have a look around the room.
Okay. So bad. With a 15, I think you hear the occasional muffled squeak that you somewhat recognize as Evelyn's voice, and probably far more clearly you hear the boom of someone saying, "Answer," and her just going. So you can hear the occasional noise coming from the cell a few rooms down.
And yeah, I will start like a short rest meditation type thing.
Okay.
Just be like, all right, I need to regain as much of myself before anything happens.
Okay. Evelyn, they begin to pivot their line of conversation back upon seeing how absolutely terrified you are, and they just say, how did you get to Ravnica?
I fell. I tumbled into Ravnica.
You fell into a city?
I tripped. I took a trip.
What was the trip like?
You ever done shrooms?
I've been on a trip.
Not very pleasant. Lots of rushing air.
Where were you before Ravnica?
Somewhere else.
Describe it.
Dam. Wooded.
Were you there alone?
No.
Who was with you?
There was some traders. Some others. Not many other people.
What did the others do?
They came and went. They moved like merchants and travelers did.
see. Well, Evelyn,
Oh.
we will be paying you another visit tomorrow.
Can I just go home?
No. You will have a room here for the evening.
Can I get my money back from the inn?
I'm afraid not. And one of the Cathars just advances towards you, grabs you by the chain tethering the manacles, and just moves you to the nearest cell. Instructs the sentry to open it and just shoves you inside. Leaves the shackles on and just like pushes you to the ground in the cell, and just before the door closes says, "Think long and hard about how you answer our questions tomorrow. Being vague and non-committal will only get you so far."
Slam the door.
Mm-hmm. What do you do immediately after you're locked in here?
I'm like, I'm lonely, and I summon back my Tressum.
Okay. Your cat appears.
Oh, hey, it's something to cat. Look at that, Rory.
Yeah. Hey, Fidget. Hello. Oh, you're adorable.
Cute.
Yeah.
Very good
So-
cat.
You just spend your time there. I think I'm going to. I'm going to say we are done with Theon and Evelyn for the session, and we'll just move it back to Cortnari and Ravane. See what they're doing, and then we will wrap up the session for the evening. So we move our perspective now to an Avon and a Devkaran elf cowering inside a broken and dilapidated bakery.
I want
into a
everyone to
bar.
know that the A-Team music is playing.
We're strategizing. Oh,
While we plan a thing now, as a question, Rory, insofar as time goes, while we've had this time, is it have we had time for a short rest?
I will say yes. So you can spend.
Oh,
You can spend hit dice. I believe everybody has already used their empowered spark ability though, so no regaining any more hit dice or spell slots.
I have to decide hit dice first, don't I? Let's use 2 just in case.
you know, even using every single hit die I have, I still can't hit max hit points.
Mm.
Yeah, look, I didn't do too bad. Okay. So, now, if we were to wait a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
would we get a vague sense that there is a chance the others might also get a short rest? I'm just thinking, how much of our understanding, or are we completely in the dark?
In regards to what?
In regards to if we wait a little longer,
Mm-hmm.
is there a possibility that Evelyn and Theon also get a short rest?
You don't know what it is that the two of them have been exposed
We
to.
just don't know. They might just be getting poked
Yeah.
with hot pokers.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
They could
Cool.
be being actively tortured right now, which means they're not.
They might be dead.
Not in a position to obtain a short rest.
Condari, they might be dead. We don't have time to waste.
I agree there. So-
Okay. Well, we're in agreement on that plan that we totally discussed. That we
Exactly.
definitely have formulated to a full area and not just some half-assed idea.
So I will turn into a spider and sneak in there.
No, don't give it away. It doesn't work if it does. The narrative might be watching.
No, like Ocean's 11, they tell you the first sentence of the plan, but then there's the real plan.
Ah, yeah, and the plan under the plan, right? And then we play out the plan. And anytime something goes wrong, we go, but that's just what we planned, and then Rory has to give us a reroll.
Yep,
exactly. That's exactly how.
You can certainly try.
The only final thing I'm wondering, do we light a fire in this old bakery so we can actually dry off a bit?
Actually, because we've had a short rest in this time, I've already lit a fire in order to bake us some delicious treats.
Oh, yes. To maximize.
Unfortunately, the bakery is dilapidated. The fire's out of control, and it will still soon spread to other parts of the city. On the other hand, that does mean that you and I get an extra D8 back worth of hit die.
On a short rest.
On a short rest, there you go.
Well, I maxed out already, but...
Well, screw you, man. I don't get much, all right?
I know.
Even with that, I'm still not at max.
I'm a healthy druid.
Okay.
Well, I'm an idiot who wears a loincloth and got the shit beaten out of them.
So...
And punches the police.
So the two of you are standing in this room, being like, "Okay, here's the plan. Let's do a thing." And as you're doing so, can the two of you please make perception checks?
Absolutely.
Pick the first one.
Okay. 8. Ravain.
Yes.
You are standing there. You just finished your maybe
I made calzones.
like slightly funky tasting calzone from the not.
They didn't have any flour, so I had to use the dust.
And as you're like as you're finishing your meal and feeling rested, you hear a very subtle sound. It sounds like something impacting on the roof of the bakery. And as you hear that, and you begin to listen, you hear very gentle footsteps beginning to move across the rooftop.
Visitors.
It's the rats! The flesh-eating rats, guys. They're not werewolves, they're were-rats.
Wow, I don't hear that with a 20.
Oh wait, you have a. I mean, wait, you don't.
He
have...
rolled a 20.
Wait, you don't have exhaustion, do you?
No.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
No.
I'd say
it just automatically rolls disadvantage because my sunlight sensitivity, but not in sunlight.
Yeah, fair enough. So I'd say, like you see Ravain's ear holes kind of perk up, and as he strains to listen, you hear ever so gentle footsteps as well.
Excellent.
Shit, I need to make more calzones before we got guests.
So.
Anyway, so the layout of this bakery that we're hiding out in, I'm assuming it's a small, simple room of some sort. And did we, despite my joke, did we actually come in via the chimney?
No. You probably pried one of the boards off the windows and dropped in that way.
Right. Yeah. All right. Buddy, we got some company. Maybe we should go. We should go. We should go. But I'm just gonna put everything else back in the fire quick smart. Just everything. Yeah. You got anything else that burns real good?
I grab whatever old bits of cloth aprons or just crap around the store and in the fire.
Okay.
I own one candle. I would like to basically lay out the wood out from the hearth as best I can in this few seconds. And I understand that obviously if I've only got a few seconds, then I might not do a great job of it. I want to set this place up to start a blaze.
So you're trying to grab a plank and want to bridge the fire from the hearth to somewhere else that's flammable?
Yes.
Yeah, fair
Sorry. Checking my inventory, I, for some reason, have 10 torches, which I have no need for. I lay
Give you
4 of
those?
these. Maybe? I don't need them at all.
That would have been
No,
why
I
you
think they
started.
came from me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use like 4 or 5 of these, stick them in the fire, and then start lobbing them across the room.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay, Chubb, this place will be up in flames in a second, shall we?
Aye, sir.
Excellent. Let's do this. Da 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 da.
Okay.
Da, 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 da.
You burst out at the window you entered through, and as you are beginning to like run down the street and away from this burning building, I assume the two of you look over your shoulder to see who was on the roof.
Yes.
Okay.
So what valued ally of it was that we just burnt to death?
Well, you are beginning to just like run and run and run and run, and as you glance over your shoulder, the visage you see is rather striking. It appears to be a regular-looking humanoid shape, kind of squatting on the roof as smoke begins to raise up from inside. But this humanoid shape has a pair of beautiful white wings sprouting from her back. And as you run, and as you're like running or like fly gliding away, she stands up from the squat, spreads her wings, and in one beat just takes to the sky and begins gliding towards you. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Of
Hang on a
course.
fucking minute.
Was not a werewolf.
Angel.
Rory, the king of suspense.
Y'all got time for some more game? Because I got time for some more game.
I've got some more game.
You just split the party
I'm
in
sorry.
a massively dangerous city. You know.
We'll see how.
Parties.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
This seems
Yes,
like.
but I get all my free rerolls anytime something goes wrong because I just say, that's the plan. Even if I don't have a plan.
This seems like a good narrative point to end the session. Evelyn has been aggressively interrogated. Ravane and Cortinari have burned down a bakery and are now being pursued by an angel. And Theon is prepared to escape at any moment.
And meditating to try and
Sarah's
rest.
angry at me for burning down a bakery. I should have known such heresy.
Yeah, how dare you burn down a bakery?
It's a holy place, obviously.
Is it your angel come to help us?
I hope so. I mean, they're only pointing that spear at us just so they can be like, hey, I'm coming to help you specifically. They're letting us know.
I mean,
Exactly.
I didn't see any weapons. I'm making a joke.
You didn't see a weapon, but I will say this angel that is flying towards you is wearing full plate armor.
Oh, everyone looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now, is this a goth angel like here, or is this more of a regular angel?
Hang on, what?
This is a, like, in terms of the armor style is gothic, where it's very ornate and flared in places. So there's lots of unnecessary embellishments just to make the armor look better.
It's my girl!
I need some armor, and if I end up having to dress as, be Gothbird, then so be it.
Okay.
It's my girl. It's my lady.
Mm-hmm.
She's come to save me.
It's might to be an Avison.
I wonder.
Well, I don't know, so I don't want, because I don't know shit.
So right now,
I don't know shit.
we are going to stop the stream. I fear for my ability to raid, so I'm not going to do that. But to everybody who is watching or has watched, thank you very much for joining us with this
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
absolutely terrifying joyride of being arrested and then running away from being arrested, and just all the terror that comes with it. So we will be back in 2 weeks' time for more absolute nonsense, and I couldn't be happier to make that nonsense with the 4 of you. This is always such a fun time. So, goodbye, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.